I think he actually took this fight for the naysayers and all this and all the people talking about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove his skills against a dog. So I'm gonna show y'all what happens when two dogs get in the ring together.
Tank has caused a little more talk in the sport once again, but this time his actions...
Tank has sparked more conversation in the sport once again, but this time his actions have left both fans and analysts stunned. Over the past few weeks, Tank has been sending ominous threats to Lamont Roach, leaving everyone questioning whether Roach will make it out unscathed. However, in his most recent warning, Tank made a bold statement during a press conference. He then took things to a whole new level by pairing the declaration with one of his latest training videos captioned, "I'm going to end you." With those words, Tank made it clear that his mind games are in full swing, and he's prepared to challenge his opponent both mentally and physically. The tension between the two reignited after a recent interview where Tank explained the reasons behind his decision to announce the fight's cancellation. For a moment, it appeared as though the fight was off, sending fans into a full-blown panic. Rumors quickly began to spread about why Gervonta Davis had pulled the plug on one of the most highly anticipated matchups of the year.
Now, I promise you, you better lead them home. You better lead the females home. On my mother, you better lead the females home and the kids. On my mother.
As speculation reached a boiling point, Lamont Roach, ever the calm and composed professional, responded in a recent video on his YouTube channel. Roach directly addressed the rumors, admitting that he, too, was in the dark about why Tank made such a dramatic announcement. He acknowledged that Tank's unpredictable behavior wasn't new, but it didn't bother him. "Y'all know what you're dealing with, man. You're dealing with a wild card," Roach said. He made it clear that while Tank's erratic actions might rattle others, they wouldn't throw him off his game. "He's doing nothing. He's just punching. That ain't going to affect me."
Lamont Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is. It goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring.
Despite Tank's bombshell claim, Roach reassured fans that the fight was still on. The fight was never canceled. "Just so y'all know," Roach continued, "the fight was never off. Whatever the case may be, I already knew that. Just so you know." He scared y'all a little bit. Roach explained that Tank's statement was simply another one of his typical outbursts, but it didn't shift his focus. "I was in the gym, training for my biggest fight. That's what I'm worried about."
You and Gervonta friends?
Friends, probably.
Is it going to be hard to go in the ring and fight your friend?
Not at all.
Are you all going to be friends after?
Yeah, why not?
Either way it goes.
Both making money.
But you guys are making each other bleed.
Hopefully I just make him bleed.
Oh, true. Okay.
Even though Roach had no idea what triggered Tank's outburst, he quickly shifted his focus, concentrating on what truly mattered, preparing for the showdown. The March 1st, 2025 fight at Barclays Center in Brooklyn is still scheduled to headline PBC's second event of the year, but with the fight now officially back on track, one question remains. Why did Tank stir the pot in the first place? Why create such confusion when everything seemed to be set?
Round.
What?
I say ninth round.
You said 9?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at night.
I'm telling you, you saying you going down?
One thing's for sure, Tank's behavior has always been unpredictable, and this latest move is just another chapter in the ongoing saga. But the mind games have reached a whole new level. Tank is sending clear warnings to Roach, making it known that the fight won't be easy. He's not just fighting him in the ring, Tank is trying to break him mentally. Before they even step foot in the arena, Tank knows exactly what he's doing. He's a master of the mental aspect of boxing, disrupting, distracting, and overwhelming his opponents before the bell even rings. Roach is no stranger to high-stakes bouts, but this war of words with Tank could turn out to be his biggest challenge yet.
Retire at the end of next year. Do you think he has one foot out the door?
Yeah, for sure. I think that was a mistake for him to say that, especially in front of me. So, I'm gonna just take advantage of him and show him why he shouldn't have said that or why he shouldn't be contemplating that.
This isn't the first time Tank has used his unpredictable personality to stir up some heat. From his shocking retirement announcement to his cryptic social media posts, Davis has always kept his fans on edge, but this time, it feels different. His warning to Roach isn't just noise, it's a declaration of war. Just like with every training video he's posted, Tank is making it clear to his opponent that he's coming with everything he's got. He's willing to do whatever it takes to ensure a victory.
4 out of his last 5 fights that's not scared of him.
Oh, wow.
Rolly was scared. Ryan was scared.
Frank wasn't
Hector was
scared.
scared.
Frank
was
scared.
terrified.
Frank wasn't scared.
Frank was terrified.
The stakes for this fight are higher than ever. Gervonta Davis is already a force to be reckoned with in the boxing world. His knockout power is feared by anyone who steps into the ring with him, and his ability to take control of a fight from the first bell is unmatched. However, Lamont Roach isn't a pushover, and he definitely knows what he's doing better than anyone else. Roach is one of the top fighters in the super featherweight division, and he's determined to prove he can go toe-to-toe with the best. This fight isn't just about the title, it's about respect. Roach has the chance to show he's more than just a stepping stone in Tank's career. While Tank's threats might seem intense, they're all part of his strategy. He's trying to break Roach mentally before they even step into the ring, aiming to plant doubt in Roach's mind and gain an edge when the bell rings. However, Roach is determined not to let Tank get inside his head. He's staying focused, keeping his eyes on the prize, and training harder than ever to be ready for whatever Tank throws his way.
We fought twice in the same tournament. So, yeah, we fought in the Junior Olympics, in the regionals, and we fought in the nationals.
Okay. But things just keep getting more interesting around this fight. Last month, ES News shared a video on their YouTube channel revealing that the March 1st fight between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach could potentially break several gate records. For those unfamiliar, gate records refer to the revenue generated from ticket sales for a live event at the venue. This wasn't just a guess or speculation. It was a well-supported observation based on early ticket sales.
Stilettos, wearing them purses. How many pay-per-view buys does this Roach Jr. coming up for 130? How many buys do you think this does, my brother?
I mean, 350 is what Tank and Frank did, and Frank wasn't a champion. Roach has been around. He lost to Jamel Herring. He came back.
Ray Jackson 1X mentioned that by December, 10,000 seats at Barclays Center had already been sold out. To put this into perspective, the arena has a capacity of 19,000. This is huge because Davis has been on a tear, selling out every venue he's fought at for the past 12 events in a row. His fight with Lamont Roach could be the 13th consecutive sellout, a testament to his immense star power in the sport. Despite all the drama surrounding the March 1st event, including Davis's unpredictable behavior and his shocking social media posts, organizers have raised the ticket prices, making it likely the fight will break Barclays Center's gate sales record. This further proves that, no matter the drama or confusion surrounding Davis's actions, his fan base remains loyal, eager to see him in action and ready to fill the arenas. The question now is how much longer Davis can get away with his unpredictable nature before it catches up with him. Lamont Roach, who has been on the receiving end of Davis's emotional outbursts, is left questioning the limits of Davis's antics. Roach's comments on the situation reveal his frustration, but also his calmness in the face of it all. However, there's a tipping point, and it's clear Roach is ready to capitalize on Davis's chaos. If the opportunity arises, boxing fans have been eagerly anticipating the fight between the undefeated Gervonta Davis and the former super featherweight champion, Lamont Roach. Tickets for the fight went on sale, and fans didn't hesitate to snatch them up.
See, little big bro coming out with the upset. A lot of people are going to pick Tank going into that fight, but how do you see that playing out?
I see my brother walking out victorious. No, there's no doubt. Not because that's my brother, but because I seen him in the gym.
By the time the fight was officially announced, tens of thousands of seats at Barclays Center had already been sold, making it one of the most anticipated events in boxing history. However, with Gervonta Davis making waves with his unpredictable behavior, there's a sense of uncertainty. His recent social media posts regarding the fight being canceled shook fans to their core. The fighter, known for his emotional meltdowns and erratic behavior, once again left his followers in confusion, but as expected, the fight was never really off. As Lamont Roach confirmed this, it's clear that Davis's actions haven't dampened the spirits of his fans that are still eager to see him in action, even if it means navigating his unpredictable moves. For those who have been following the sport closely, the build-up to the fight is about more than just the two men in the ring.
There's a rematch clause, people, so get ready for 2 fights. But, yes, and after I beat him the second time, I probably would ask the WBA to let me go up to 140 and fight Raya.
Davidson and Roach have a long history, with their rivalry dating all the way back to their amateur days. Fans from the DMV area, in particular, have been vocal about the matchup, and many are expected to make the trip to Barclays Center to see their respective fighters go head-to-head. This fight is about more than just boxing. It's about a personal grudge that has been simmering for years. But it's not just the fight itself that's generating buzz. The ticket prices for the March 1st event have been raised, and with them, the anticipation for what could be another record-breaking night at Barclays Center. Davis, the WBA lightweight champion, has continued to build his legacy as one of boxing's brightest stars. His ability to draw massive crowds and generate incredible revenue has made him one of the most lucrative athletes in the sport.
I'm not looking at Lamont the way that everybody else look at Lamont. Like, I know Lamont is a really good fighter. I'm not. This ain't no Frank Martin. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
It's a real good fight.
As the fight approaches, all eyes are on Davis and how he will continue to handle the pressure. Roach, on the other hand, has remained calm despite the drama surrounding his opponent. He's been in the gym, preparing for what will undoubtedly be the biggest fight of his career. Roach has always been the underdog, but this time, he's got something to prove. Moving up in weight to challenge Davis for the lightweight title is a bold move, and one that could redefine Roach's career if he succeeds. But will it be enough? The fight is sure to be a spectacle, but it's the price that fans will need to pay to witness it that has sparked controversy.
No, I think Lamont Roach is a terrific fighter. He might be a little over his head with Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training.
Just a few days ago, PPV revealed a purchase price of $79.99 for the fight. The cost is significant, especially considering the current state of the economy. But this is what boxing fans are willing to pay for a fight of this magnitude. The combination of Davis' star power and Roach's determination to upset the undefeated champion makes this an event worth attending, even at the steep price. The ticket price increase is just another layer in the ongoing debate about pay-per-view pricing in boxing. For years, fans have complained about the rising costs of watching big fights. Some have called for price reductions, while others have simply accepted the fact that these events come with a hefty price tag.
My whole family is from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them. Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you,
they gonna celebrate with me. Yeah,
don't bring them.
However, this time, boxing's power brokers are taking note of the growing frustration, especially as piracy continues to thrive in the industry. The lower price points for some other major events have raised questions about why some promotions continue to push the envelope when it comes to pricing. Premier Boxing Champions and TGB Promotions, the organizations behind Davis's upcoming fight, are holding firm to the $79.99 price for the event. They are unapologetically charging what they believe the fight is worth. Whether or not this approach will pay off remains to be seen. But one thing is for sure, fans are willing to pay to see Gervonta Davis, the self-proclaimed king of boxing, in action. As the fight approaches, the excitement continues to build, and the buzz surrounding the event only grows stronger.
I'm gonna beat his y'all talking.
Steven Espinoza recently shared some insights into what's next for Tank after his highly anticipated title defense against Roach on March 1st. The WBA lightweight champion has made it clear that, moving forward, he wants to fight top-tier opposition. Espinoza outlined what this might look like, mentioning that Davis could be targeting names like Shocker Stevenson and a rematch with Ryan Garcia. These are the kinds of fights that Espinoza believes would grab attention, drawing fans and media alike, and further solidifying Davis's legacy in the sport.
Yeah. But again, they pick and choose, so it is what it is. And again, the media like to hate him too. So You know, I'm going to catch a lot of that backlash too, but I mean, it is what it is. I ain't really studying that too much. I'm not worried about narratives. I'm worried about what I can do in the ring.
All right, brother. All right.
While these potential matchups have the boxing world buzzing, it's interesting to note that Espinosa didn't mention other fighters who could be in the mix. Like Keeson Davis, William Zepeda, Raymond Muratalla, or Andy Cruz, these rising stars have the potential to challenge Davis, but don't yet have the same widespread recognition. Espinosa's focus is clearly on fighters who are already well known to the public and can help elevate Davis's career to the next level. One name that stands out in the conversation is Ryan Garcia. Garcia, who famously faced off with Davis in 2023, remains a potential target for a rematch. The first fight ended with a decisive knockout from Davis, but a rematch could be a huge event considering Garcia's massive social media following. Garcia's online presence has made him one of the most marketable fighters in the sport, and that would make a match with Davis one of the biggest pay-per-view draws in boxing.
What do you think of the announcement of the Gervonta Davis-Roach fight?
I think that, you know, it's had a lot of criticism, but it's not a bad fight. You know, Lamont Roach is a world champion. He's smaller than Gervonta Davis. The problem is not many people.
However, there's a catch. Garcia fights at 140 pounds, while Davis has been at 135. Espinosa pointed out that weight would be a key factor in making a rematch happen. After the first fight, Davis faced criticism for agreeing to a catch weight and rehydration clause, which many felt worked against him. Espinosa believes Davis is unlikely to accept similar stipulations again, saying he's probably not going to agree to any weight stipulations after being burned last time. It's clear Davis doesn't want to repeat that mistake, and this time, the stakes would be even higher. Shocker Stevenson is another name often mentioned in discussions about Davis's future. A two-weight world champion with incredible skill and a rapidly growing fan base, Stevenson could offer a challenge that excites fans and elevates Davis's career.
When they start talking, when the people who I fight, when they start talking, that's when y'all get dumped. I'm gonna beat his ass.
He can't do it.
For real, man. Be quiet.
I don't give a y'all was quiet. If y'all was loud.
He got the whole hood over there.
He's seen as one of the most skilled fighters in the sport today, and a fight between him and Davis could be one of the most exciting matchups in boxing. Espinosa believes Stevenson could be the type of challenge Davis would want after his defense against Roach. Maybe it's Shocker, maybe it's a Ryan Garcia rematch or something like that, Espinosa said, showing that these are the kinds of matchups Davis is looking for. However, there's the challenge of getting these fights to happen. Boxing is known for its complicated politics, with the back and forth between promoters, managers, and fighters. A fight like Stevenson versus Davis would be massive, but it would also take time to make it happen, especially considering the different promotional companies involved. Still, Espinosa's comments suggest that Davis is ready to push for the biggest fights available to him.
Here's my take on the fight. Everything is true about this situation. One, Gervonta Tank Davis was being ducked leading up to this.
Despite these high-profile targets, there's also the reality that boxing fans are increasingly frustrated with Davis. His career has often been criticized for featuring a series of softer matchups against lesser-known opponents, while Davis has managed to stay undefeated and build an impressive knockout record. Many fans feel he hasn't been tested enough against truly dangerous opposition. His previous matchups have often been criticized for not challenging him enough, leading to accusations of cherry-picking his opponents.
Yeah, man, I mean, it's going to go. Tank going to be losing the first 3 rounds. Then he's going to download the data. Then he going to knock this dude out in round 7 or 8. Then he going to do the backflip. Then Jim Gray's going to get in the ring, or Caleb Plant's wife, and say, who do you want next? And Tank's going to say, I want all those guys. And they're going to go to the press conference, and Elliot Setback's going to say, who do you want next? He say, I want all.
Boxing fans are now in a position where they need to see Davis prove that he's serious about fighting top-tier competition. His words alone won't be enough to satisfy the growing frustration from his supporters. Fans are tired of seeing Davis take on fighters who are seen as easy wins. They want to see him step up to the plate and face the toughest challenges available. There's a growing sense that Davis has been playing it safe for too long, and if he truly wants to be considered among the greats, he'll need to show that he can handle the big names in the sport.
Well, who said that? You said
My
what?
man over
You
there
said
said
what?
bet.
Yeah, that's why I've been waiting for the niggas to talk. How much you want back? How much you want to bet? Because I came up here alone. How much y'all want back? How much you?
Davis's current run of success has certainly kept him undefeated, but it's also limited his growth. His cautious approach in selecting opponents has prevented him from facing the types of challenges that could really push him to the next level, while he continues to build a loyal fan base. There's a sense that he's not reaching his full potential to become the fighter fans and critics alike want him to be. He will have to prove that he's willing to fight the best, not just the most convenient. These are the types of matchups fans have been clamoring for, and they would generate massive attention from both hardcore boxing fans and casual observers. However, it's also important for Davis to avoid falling into the trap of only fighting easy opponents to maintain an unbeaten record. He needs to challenge himself if he wants to elevate his career and truly solidify his legacy. What's your take on this? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more updates. See you in the next one.